Hello there, you guys. Welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So if you do consider subscribe as always, and if you do consider drop your likes on the current video as I currently said. So before I do get into the first topic of the development, I do wish Ole Gunnar Solskjaer happy birthday today. He's currently 46 years of age today. He's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as we all currently know. So as I've been talking about to you guys in relation, to the Crystal Palace game that's coming up tomorrow evening. As we all know, I think it's 7:45. Or is it an 8 o'clock kickoff? Obviously, we're hopeful, that we can get back to winning ways against Crystal Palace, as we all know, so we can keep the pressure on that top four. Of course, we do want to, try and succeed in the FA Cup this season as well. But obviously, we know that obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, is going to be rotating the squad, as we all currently know. May go with a similar, defensive line to as he has been doing in the last couple of games, but he's obviously, going to rotate the midfield. Obviously, I think he's going to rotate, that attacking position as well. But I think as Solskjaer has said, he does have belief in the young players, because I do think he's going to recommend, a trio of youth players, to participate in the Crystal Palace game, due to the current injuries, Manchester United have currently got, because we have got a catalogue of injuries. It did say we could be out, with we might not. It did say Man United could be without, 9 or 10 senior players in the game tomorrow night as well. But Solskjaer's come out saying he's backing, the youngsters, to make an impact in this game. So as reports do mention, it's likely that Angel Gomez will be called up to play. So to Chong, who made his senior debut against Red, and also to what was the other one who got mentioned now? Angel Gomez, Chong, and James Garner, or is it Jimmy Garner, or something like that. So he is recommending, quite a few youth players, to participate. And hopefully somewhere along the line, they can be impressive indeed, considering, the string of injuries, that Manchester United have currently got, as I said. But he has said in relation, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he has come out and he said he hopes that in relation to Alexis Sanchez and Romelu Lukaku, he hopes that they can step up, meaning he wants, Lukaku and Sanchez, he wants them, to play to their potential level. Because obviously now we know Sanchez really hasn't been first choice. We know mainly since Solskjaer took the veins at Old Trafford, Lukaku hasn't really been first choice. But now obviously with the injuries, we've currently got now, this could allow, Sanchez to get a bit more opportunities, Lukaku, to get some more opportunities as well. But in relation to Alexis Sanchez, as I currently said, he hasn't really been a Manchester United player as we thought he would have been, considering, he had a good pedigree, he's got a decent pedigree, he was very, very good at Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez, of course, he is Premier League proven as well. But as I did currently say, when he has had the opportunities, he has failed to impress Alexis Sanchez, as I said, because I did say, the current position, he has been playing in when he has been given an opportunity, he may not feel settled in that system, he may not be getting the freedom, he may be playing in a restricted position, so it may be ideal to try and rotate, Sanchez in another position, as I currently said. It did say Solskjaer's lost faith in him, he's lost faith in him, he's lost all his trustworthy in Alexis Sanchez, as I did currently say, but he has failed to impress, and he's enjoyed a difficult time at United, he's been here just over a year now, as Alexis Sanchez, as we all know, he's been here just over a year. He has had a couple of injuries as well, but Solskjaer said in relation to both Sanchez and Lukaku, he basically, wants them to step up. He hopes that they can step up, because they are, I think, now in the next couple of games at least, going to get a bit more opportunities, to be involved more in the team. Even though Lukaku has started the last two games, because he has been, playing alongside Marcus Rashford. As we all currently know. But Sanchez had a couple of injuries, and don't forget, he is age 30 now, he is losing that yard of pace there, don't forget. He's Sanchez, there has been talks that he could potentially make a return back to Arsenal, and obviously, he did say basically Man United could be preparing, to sanction Sanchez off in the summer, because obviously, he's on £500,000 a week, or over £500,000 a week. He said the same thing in relation to Lukaku. He wants, basically, Lukaku to step up. To be quite fair, I think, Lukaku, his form has, slightly rejuvenated, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coming. Lukaku's form has been slightly rejuvenated, but we know mainly he hasn't been first choice, Lukaku. We know in the last couple of games he has been playing up top, with Marcus Rashford, but we know that he's very, very slow. We have got strong reservations about him. His first touch does concern me, but obviously Solskjaer, obviously what he said on his behalf, he wants him to improve and obviously, start scoring goals and all this, and obviously, he has got a good pedigree in the Premier League as Romelu Lukaku, because throughout his playing career in the Premier League, he scored loads and loads of goals. He's done it with United. Well, he did it with United, United in his first season. He scored 27 goals in all competitions. He did it when he was at Everton and Chelsea and all that. So he has grown, developed, and flourished. But we do know that Romelu Lukaku is really slow. So Solskjaer's basically said in relation to Lukaku and Sanchez, he basically wants them to step up now because they are going to be now given a bit more of opportunities, as we all know, with the injuries, obviously, because Martial's obviously injured with a groin injury, and we know mainly Martial's first choice over Sanchez, and we know obviously Rashford. We know, obviously, Rashford as well has got an ankle injury, as we all currently know. There has been no set date, of when Rashford will return, back from this injury. But as Solskjaer did confirm, it is going to be unlikely that he will be facing Crystal Palace tomorrow night. Because we know Rashford's progression as a Manchester United player, has been fantastic indeed. He's grown, developed, he's flourished fantastically well, as Marcus Rashford, as I said. And, he's been playing a key role, and he does look very, very effective centrally. I know you can play Marcus Rashford out wide as well, but he's looked very, very effective centrally. He's growing, developing, he's flourishing fantastically well. He's got a lot of tenacity about his player, and he's good, when he gets them runs in behind. But since Solskjaer's coming, his form's been rejuvenated a lot more. He's playing more regular. His finishing's improved, he's scoring goals and all that. And we know mainly he's been first choice up top over Romelu Lukaku as Marcus Rashford. But of course now he's got an ankle injury. We don't know how long he's going to be out for, Marcus Rashford. But yeah, only 21 years of age, and we have been in negotiations getting him a new contract. He's set to sign a new 6-year deal. This will take him to the age of 27, and it'll take him under contract with United until 2025. His current deal ends in 2020, does Marcus Rashford's, of course, with an option of a further year as well. But his progression as a United player has been fantastic. He's been a United player since the age of 7. He's progressed up the ranks fantastically well, and he's been in the senior squad since 2016, as we all currently know. But yeah, we know that Solskjaer is going to rotate that, front liner differently. And of course, Jesse Lingard as well. Of course, he's out injured as well. And, to be quite honest with you, in relation to Jesse Lingard, I think he recovered from injury, far too early, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was explaining in relation to Jesse Lingard. But he's going to be a big miss as well, because he's very, very young in his generation. He's very, very good on that right flank. His Jesse Lingard shows the ability to attack. He's a good ball player as well. He scores goals, does Jesse Lingard. His progression as a Manchester United player, has been very, very good indeed. I think he has got a hamstring injury as well, Jesse Lingard. We also don't know how long, Martial's out for with injury as well. But we do basically know, I think Lukaku and Sanchez could be possibly sold in the summer, as I currently said. Obviously the reports saying that, Manchester United, could make a move for Jadon Sancho by sanctioning them two players off, to fund the move for Jadon Sancho. There was reports coming out about that the other week as well. Solskjaer, of course, as well, as we all know, is going to rotate that midfield, as we all know. So now, obviously, with Nemanja Matic injured, as we all know, Herrera's injured. We know that, obviously, Juan Mata is also injured as well. But we don't know how long Herrera and Juan Mata are out for. We do know that the hamstring problems, that Herrera and Juan Mata have got. As we all currently know in relation to Nemanja Matic, as we all know, we do know what injury he's got, and we do know how long Matic is out for. I think he's set to be out for a couple of weeks, or Matic, could be out for a month. But we know Nemanja Matic is very, very slow, and he's aging up now. Of course, he's 29, 30. We do have strong reservations about because Matic is static and he is very, very slow. But to be fair, since Solskjaer's come in, his performances have improved. His distribution's improved. He's looking more effective in his passing. He's galloping forward more. Matic, and I think he's blended in well in that midfield. Alongside Herrera and Paul Pogba, which has obviously been Solskjaer's obviously number one choice midfield, as I currently said. But yeah, Matic is out for up to 2 to 4 weeks or something like that with injury. It is a muscle injury. Matic has caught. Obviously, he suffered this injury in training. Did Matic, of course, before the Liverpool game, as we all currently know. So we do know that he's going to be a big miss as well. So obviously Herrera's out as well, and he's been a very, very consistent player, as we all know, for Manchester United as well, as Ander Herrera. Of course, I think he's always been a very, very good player for Manchester United. His progression's been good as a Manchester United player. He's been here since 2014, so this is his 5th season now with Manchester United. He's Ander Herrera, as we all currently know. But I think, since Solskjaer's coming, he's playing more regularly from the start. He's fitting in the team well. He's playing good in that midfield trio. He's Ander Herrera. He's galloping forward more. Good at also, breaking up the play as well as Ander Herrera. So his performances have really, really improved. And I think, there's areas of his games he's adapted, fantastically well. And yeah, so hopefully somewhere along the line, we can agree, Ander Herrera a new contract at Manchester United. I think he's set to sign a new 3-year deal worth around £100,000 a week or something like that as well. But we do know that Ander Herrera is injured as well. So he can't go with, obviously, his usual midfield trio. So he'll probably rotate that midfield with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He'll probably maybe, now with Matic and Herrera and that injured and all that and matter, this may give opportunities, for the likes of Andres Pereira. Manchester United, of course, have been in, talks of getting him a new contract term as well, as we all currently know. But I think he does have strong reservations, about his game time, does Andres Pereira. But of course, now with these injuries that have occurred, especially in the midfield, it could allow him, to get a bit more game time. Andres Pereira, Fred, could be, get a bit more game time as well. Fred, I can't remember last time he featured for Manchester United. Fred, he's hardly played since he come. We got him from Shakhtar Donetsk last summer, didn't we, for around, what, £47 million, something was it like that. And they also, could allow, Scott McTominay, to get a chance in there as well, because obviously he fulfilled the Man Matic's spot, against Liverpool. So obviously Scott McTominay was playing alongside Herrera and Paul Pogba, in the starting 11. Ole Gunnar Solsjaker went within that midfield, as we all know. But initially he only made 2 changes in that Liverpool game from the Chelsea game, where did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. So he is going to be rotating that squad, as we all know. Manchester United, of course, have obviously, got other injuries as well that I'm concerned about. We've obviously got Valencia out. Obviously, Antonio Valencia, I think, is out for a couple of weeks, and he's had, quite a few injuries this season. To be quite honest with you, I do think, Valencia is on his way out of the club, to be quite honest with you. He's been one of the longest serving players at Manchester United. Of course, he has been here since 2009, as we all know. He's made over 300 appearances in all competitions, but he has won everything here. But we know, obviously, Ashley Young's obviously mainly our first choice right back. As I said, and of course, he's been one longing servants here at this club, as well as Ashley Young. As I said, of course, he's won everything here. But of course, Ashley Young and Valencia are both 33 years of age, so both of them are coming to the end of the playing careers, as we all currently know, guys. But also, too, it's confirmed that Phil Jones is also unwell as well, so he won't be able to participate in the game as well, Phil Jones. And he's been one longest servants here at Manchester United as well, of course, is Phil Jones. But reportedly, he's unwell. We know, of course, Matteo Darmian, of course, is injured as well. So Darmian's injured, as we all know. I think he's out, is it, for a couple of weeks as well. I think Rojo's just recently, returned back from injury as well. He's had a difficult time at Manchester United as Rojo. He struggled to get a run of games under his belt. His versatility is very, very good at the back, but we know Rojo has struggled, to get game time at Manchester United because he's, endured a lot of injuries. He's struggled with his fitness regime, as we all know. So could Man United, plan, to sanction him off in the summer. So yeah, Manchester United, we've got a lot of injuries. So Valencia's out still. Rojo's just come back from injury. Not only recently, Chris Smalling as well has just come back from injury as well, and I think he's done very, very good in the last couple of games. I think he's showed a good. I think his distribution's looking very, very good. I think he's put a good defensive performance out as Chris Smalling. I do think he's looked good alongside Lindelof in the last couple of days, and I do think Lindelof's progressions really, really improving as a Manchester United player. I think this season Victor Lindelof has really, really improved. He's showing that determination. He can play out from the back. He's galloping forward very, very well as well, and he's growing, developing, and flourishing. Especially under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He struggled in his first season, but this season Lindelof has really, really improved. To be quite honest, I do prefer centre back partnership of Lindelof and Eric Bay. To be quite honest, because Bay's still got great potential, even though he's been in and out of the team this season. But to be fair, even though I said I don't rate Chris Smalling anymore, I think his last couple of games, he has stepped up the performances, as I said. But he has been featuring in the last couple of games as Chris Smalling. I've been, impressed with him. This is his 9th season now at Manchester United. Is Chris Smalling's, as we all currently know, guys. But yeah, we have got a lot of injuries. Valencia's injured, Darmian's injured, Rojo's just come back from injury. Now we know Herrera's injured, Juan Mata's injured, Lingard's injured, Martial's injured, Rashford's now got an ankle injury as well. So Manchester United, of course, we have got a lot of injuries, to be quite fair. And I thought against Liverpool, it was a well-earned point. It was a well-earned point, to be quite fair, against Liverpool, considering the amount of injuries. He said everything went wrong in the first half. This is what Solskjaer said. Obviously, he's reflecting on the current injuries, we suffered in the first half, to some of our key players as well, of course. What? What? Yeah. Yes. But obviously, of course, Solskjaer was reflecting on the injuries that were suffered in the first half. But I thought it was a well earned point. I thought it was a good defensive display for Manchester United. I thought Luke Shaw did very, very well, coming up against Mohamed Salah, to quite honest, he kept him very, very quiet indeed. But of course, it was a game that it lacked, chances, as I said, it lacked any real clear-cut chances. Liverpool obviously will be more disappointed, obviously that they didn't take the chances, and they didn't take advantage, of the injuries, we currently suffered. And Liverpool didn't really create any real cut chances. I can't remember, David De Gea having to make a save in that game as well. But obviously Firmino had to come off in that game as well. But Liverpool's crossing were poor. They couldn't sustain like any kind of pressure to cause us problems, because I thought defensively they looked good. They looked composed on the ball. They did have a lot of the ball, Liverpool, but they lacked that composure in the final third of the picture. Did Liverpool, as I currently said. So it did end in 0-0 draw. I think that's a well-earned point. Now obviously Solskjaer's made history now in the Premier League. We're still undefeated in the Premier League. Since under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we've won 11 out of 14 in all competitions, as we all know. 30 goals scored in the process. Away from home, especially defensively, you can see vast improvements in defence, especially away from home. We've been keeping clean sheets as well. We've won 7 away from home. I think we have won 8 in the league as well. So we are looking for our 9th league win under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If we do beat Crystal Palace to tomorrow night, as I currently said. But as I did currently say, Mason Greenwood had also got mentioned as well, because he's been playing fantastic for the reserve team as Mason Greenwood. But as I did currently say, guys, he's currently injured as well, so he can't get recommended to play against Crystal Palace. So it's likely he's introduced a few young ones to play, so he has chose with the youth as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He has gone with Angel Gomez, Jimmy Garner, or is it James Garner, and Angel Gomez, James Gomez, Jimmy Garner, or it's either James Gomez or Jimmy Garner, Angel Gomez, and we know that Chong has been mentioned as well. So hopefully somewhere along the line, they can prove themselves fantastically well. But regardless of the injuries, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer first came into the club, as we all currently know, he did say anyway, he was going to give everybody the chance, to express themselves. He was going to give the youth players, a chance as well, as which he has done, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So he did say he was going to get the players to express themselves, give the young players the chance, give the fringe players a chance as well, which Solskjaer has currently done. But for me, I think Solskjaer's the right man for Manchester United, without a shadow of a doubt, because he knows everything about the club. He knows the club inside out, as I said, Solskjaer. And I think, now he should be favoured, to get the job on a full-time basis at Manchester United, as I said. He's got a really, really good pedigree, good winning pedigree. So far we all know, mainly when he was a player, he had a fantastic winning pedigree, in terms of winning silverware, because, he flourished under Alex Ferguson for 11 years. He won loads and loads of trophies, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But I think in his managerial career so far, he hasn't, had much shout about in terms of winning silverware. But I do think, that will come, when we do get some new additions into the club in the summer, because I do expect departures as well. As we all know, reports do say we're going to get around 200 odd million, to spend in the summer, and obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to have a say, on our transfer activity in the summer, as I said. But I've already identified to you, the areas, where we do need to strengthen up. But as I did currently say, Solskjaer, I think he's got that winning philosophy. He's got the right philosophy for Manchester United, and I think he's following Sir Alex Ferguson's philosophy. So I do really, really think he's got a similar philosophy, to Alex Ferguson. Because obviously, we had Alex Ferguson for 27, years. We were very, very successful in that 27-year tenure, under Alex Ferguson. But I think Solskjaer can take this team forward. He can elevate this team to this, elevate the team to the higher level, and he can get us in that commanding position, where we do want to be in. As I currently said, of course, the club are still looking to hire a director of football, and I haven't heard much news about that lately. I think it's been a bit of a mess, of hiring a director of football to come in as well. But yeah, I do expect departures in the summer, as I've already explained to you, the players who I think could go. Sanchez, Lukaku could leave, Darmins could leave, Warhol could leave, Valencia could leave, as I said. So, it'd be ideal, to maybe get some young players, that could grow, develop and mould under, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the summer. But obviously we'd only have to pay a small fee anyway, to recommend him in on a full-time basis. We'd probably only have to pay around £7-8 million, to give, Solskjaer the job on a full-time basis. That's all we'd have to pay tomorrow, because initially so far we've paid 1.8 million to Mould, to get him on a temporary basis, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said. But for me, based on his fantastic progression so far, Solskjaer definitely, deserves the job, and a lot of people are talking about, that he should get the Manchester United job on a full-time basis, without a shadow of a doubt. a shadow of a doubt as well. But obviously, we know that Manchester United are obviously, planning, to get some, new signings in the summer. As I did say, we need a central defender. We need we need a CDM that's fast and tenacious. We definitely need someone on that right hand side as well, without a shadow of a doubt. But as I did currently say, the recent reports have been coming out in relation, as I've been updating you on a regular basis, guys, that reportedly Manchester United have showed an interest in, what's his name, Bruno Fernandes, reportedly. Sporting Lisbon player, 24 years of age, he's Portuguese, is this player. Reportedly, as reports do say from a baller, according to a baller, I think it's a reporter from Portugal saying that Man United have reportedly expressed their interest in this 24-year-old player. So he is very, very young in his prime. Reportedly, he's had a good standout campaign with Sporting Lisbon, this player. Reportedly, reports do say that Man United have been in some kind of contact with his current agents, Bruno Fernandes' agents. It's also said that Liverpool have also been interested in him as well. But he's 24 years of age. Reportedly, his performances this season, Sporting Lisbon, have been very, very good. He wouldn't come cheap in the summer, of course, as well. He wouldn't come cheap in the summer, as we all currently know, because he has got a release clause in his deal with Sporting Lisbon of around £90 million, I think, something like that. He's under contract with Sporting Lisbon until 2023, but highly experienced in Italy because he spent obviously I think the entirety of his the most of his entirety of his playing career in Italy as this player. Of course, he's an ex-Sampdoria player, an ex-Udinese player. Sporting Lisbon only paid an initial £8 million for him from Sampdoria, as we all currently know, but he's young and it would be ideal to get some young players into our team because it is a lot of the experienced players that are mainly causing us problems, etc. Sanchez, Lukaku's, well, he's 25, 26, so he's not really that experienced. He's 25, 26, so he's still kind of in his prime. He's in his mid-20s, he's Romelu Lukaku, as I said. Obviously, we've got quite a few experienced players in there, so it would be ideal if we could get some young players, that could grow, develop and mould under Ole Gunnar Solsjaker. And he is young, this Sporting Lisbon player. He's 24, he's a midfielder. I think he can play in other positions as well, so he is a versatile, is this, Bruno Fernandes. But it has said, Liverpool have been interested in him. So there's been a narrative coming out about him in the last couple of days that Manchester United have showed an interest. And, Manchester United, have been linked with other targets as well. We know the major priority target we've identified for the summer, of course, is Napoli's Koulibaly, as we all currently know. And we know that Manchester United, of course, have been heavily linked to him. He is under contract still with Napoli until 2023, as we all currently know. Napoli only paid £7 million for him from Genk, and he has grown, developed and flourished, fantastically well. His performances under Maurizio Sarri were good. His performances now under Carlo Ancelotti are very, very good indeed, Koulibaly's. And we know he would cost in the excess of around at least £90 million to get him in the summer, so potentially we could make him the most expensive defender in the world. He would definitely address our defensive deficiencies fantastic well, put him alongside Lindelof, Bay and Smalling. That I think he'd be a great fantastic leader in our backline. He's still got a lot of years ahead of him, to be quite fair. He's 27 years of age. He's very, very tall as well as Koulibaly, as I said. In the process, Manchester United have been linked to him for the past couple of windows. Manchester United in the process had 3 bids turned down. The recent one obviously was £95 million, that we had turned down for Koulibaly, as I currently said. But for me, I do really, really like Koulibaly. I think he's a very, very good defender. A lot of tenacity about his play. Shows that determination. He can play out from the back. But yeah, we do know how much of a good player he is. But, recent reports did say we're happy at Napoli. He was fully committed to Napoli. But he did say he was happy that he was attracting interest. His agent come out the other week. But the rumours do continue to persist about it. So it may be a fake narrative. He may not come to Manchester United in the summer. But it's likely Man United will revive their interest in him, of course. His agent did come out and he basically revealed that he would not, betray Napoli by joining Juventus. Because Juventus have actually, been interested in him as well. So his agent, Koulibaly's agent, has ruled him out making a move to Juventus, as I said. So if he is to make the move, Koulibaly, would make the move abroad, as I currently said. But he is our major number one target, for the summer. And, obviously we've been interested in other defenders as well. Last summer, was it, we was interested in Eddie Militao as well. Young again, only 20 years of age, this Eddie Militao, as I currently said. He's got a release clause, I think, of around £40 million. He's still got 4 years left on his contract, Eddie Militao, with Porto. I think he's predominantly a right back, but he can play in other positions as well. So he is versatile, this young player, but he's only very, very young indeed. He's Eddie Militao, but I think Real Madrid have actually, been interested in Eddie Militao as well. But there's been no more rumours that Man United may go for him in the summer. But we have previously, been linked with Eddie Militao, and he's only been at Porto, of course, since last summer. But reportedly, his performances have been, very, very good this season, as I said. And there's been others who've been interested. We're linked with Toby Alderweireld last summer as well. Again, I don't want Toby Alderweireld at Manchester United in the summer because obviously he's 29 now. He's aging up, as I said. He's Premier League proven. Don't get me wrong, and he can be a world class central defender. Can Toby Alderweireld, as we all know. But I do think he's lost that yard of pace. There's areas of his game he definitely needs to adapt, as I said. And throughout his playing career, he's been good. He was at Ajax as a youngster. He actually played for Atletico Madrid as well. Did Toby Alderweireld. But Tottenham have extended his current deal till 2020. I think they have included a 25 million release cost. So he is available for a reasonable fee. Is it in the summer of this year of around £20 million, something, £25 million, something like that. Sorry, but yeah, I don't think Manchester United are going to go for Alderweireld in the summer. And he's 29. He's aging up. Obviously, he's nowhere near on the same level of Koulibaly and all that, or the Rafael Varane's and all that, or the Diego Godins, the top class experienced central defenders. But Alderweireld, this can still prove to be a world class central defender. And over the years at Tottenham, he's been very, very good. But I think he's aging up now and he's getting too old. So it would be ideal, for us to probably, get Koulibaly in there. This Eddie Militao is very, very young. Is he 20, 21 now? The Brazilian international, as we all currently know. We've been linked, with a host of central defenders, as we all know, because obviously that's one of the key areas we do need to strengthen up. But since Solsjaker's coming, back to front, we've improved, and you can see, the improvements in the team. As I said, Pogba's been, one of our most influential players. He's been getting the freedom, to express himself fantastically well. As I said, providing good service to the front men, playing them delicate passes through as well. Paul Pogba, as I said. So Pogba's been absolutely, tremendous, since Solskjaer's come in, as I said, and he's starting to replicate the form, that he did when he was at Juventus. When he had 3 or 4 good years with Juventus as well. Paul Pogba, as I said, so he's playing really, really well indeed. I think he can be a midfielder, Pogba, but I think he looks better in more of an attacking position. If you play him in like a number 10 role, just behind the centre forward. As I said, actually Juan Mata has been playing in that number 10 in the past 2 games, so he's been playing in that free role as Juan Mata. But of course, obviously now he's injured, so he can't now. Of course. So yeah, there's been a few targets, that obviously, Manchester United have been interested in, as we all know. But going into this Palace game tomorrow night, I'm very, very confident, to be quite honest, that we can, beat Palace tomorrow night, definitely, to be quite honest. Palace are a poor team, they're sitting 13th, even though they did, beat Man City earlier on in the season, as we all could know, they did beat Man City earlier on in the season at the Etihad as well. But Palace is sitting 13th, obviously Roy Hodgson is their current manager, as we all know. I think throughout his managerial career, he has won like 20, he has managed like 20 teams, something like that, has he, Roy Hodgson. But Palace, we haven't lost them, since the League Cup, back in 2011, so that's the actually, the last time we did lose to Crystal Palace. Of course, Crystal Palace, as we all currently know, we beat them in this fixture last season by 3-2. The Nemanja Matic scored late on, as I said, so we did win that game last season. We did beat them at home last season 4-0, and we did draw with Palace earlier on in the season. It was 0-0, as I said. But as Solskjaer's confirmed, so he wants, in relation to Lukaku and Sanchez, he wants Lukaku and Sanchez, to improve their performances. So he basically wants them to step up, and he has basically said he's backing the youngsters, to make an impact. So it's likely he's going to go with the trio of youngsters, and I think Angel Gomez is likely to be involved, Chong's likely to be involved, and so too James Garner, or is it Jimmy Garner that's likely to be involved as well. Shane Mason-Greenwood can't make it because obviously he's injured as well. So obviously we're still going to have an 11, because we have got kids coming through the youth system and all that, that can be involved in this game, due to the string of injuries we've got as well. But we do hope, that the injuries aren't too severe. We do hope that the injuries aren't too severe to the likes of Herrera or Mata, and Rashford and all that. We hope that they are not too severe. As we all know, we hope Lingard's isn't too severe. Martial's, of course, has still got a groin injury. I don't know when Martial's going to be back, to be quite honest with you, because I've been very, very impressed with his performances as well, Anthony Martial's. But yeah, it's important to win this game because we do, want to keep the pressure on that top 4, as I currently said. So it is very, very important indeed. And in relation, to David De Gea as well, it's good news. He's made 100 now. Premier League. He's got now 100 Premier League clean sheets. Which is very, very good. He's potentially the best goalkeeper in the world. His progression over the years has been fantastic. He's been here, since 2011 as David De Gea, as we all know. Of course, he's won everything here, made over 300 appearances in all competitions as well. David De Gea. So. Yeah, hopefully somewhere along the line, we can agree him a new contract worth, I think he's set to sign a new 5-year deal, as I said. I think it's a new 5-year deal. I think Man United were willing to offer him a wage package of 9 million over them 5 years, because obviously last year we activated a 12-month extension on his current contracts as well. Man United have been in talks, but there's been no more news that's been updated about that as well. So anyway, guys, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. Maybe coming up with one more live video very, very soon. If you do consider subscribing, as always, guys, drop your likes, as I said, and take care. God bless. See you all again soon, guys.